Good afternoon from America's largest home. It's Ryan.
And Brie.
On today's adventure, we're going to bring you into Biltmore House. We're going to go for a little tour, show you what it's like on the inside.
And as the sun sets, we're going to show you the new Luminere they have here at Biltmore, which is a projection on the house as well as the garden surrounding it. And we'll show you all of the activities that come along with that.
We'll also bring you into one of their restaurants, try out their special Luminere menu and figure out what our favorites are. We'll also be staying at their Village Hotel.
And just explore Biltmore Estate with you guys.
So without further ado, let the adventure begin. So we're starting out at the front entrance to Biltmore. So they're actually doing some preservation work on the front gate here. So we're gonna go around it. So we're gonna turn left here to go up to the tickets, group sales, guest services. We have a season pass, so we could just go straight up to the gate over here and see the security guard. But we wanted to park over here real quick and bring you inside to go over the map of the estate. Before we head over to the guest service counter, just want to show you this big giant map of Biltmore Estate that they have over here. We're gonna head straight over to the house right here, and then we're gonna work our way up to Antler Hill Village, check into the Village Hotel on Biltmore Estate, and then work our way back to the house to have dinner and watch the projection show later tonight. Now that we stopped by guest services, we're gonna scan our season pass.
You guys have a good one.
Thank you too. And our first stop will be to Biltmore House and Gardens. You can see they've added this new Luminere sign below that. So we're gonna take a nice little relaxing drive through this beautiful property to get to the house. So we're gonna park over here at parking lot B and walk up to the house. So we have parked and made it over to Biltmore House. We're gonna work our way inside. Just wanna show you that they have these projection towers that they've added. There's one right here. There's a place that you could sit up here. We might come up here later and see how well we can see the projection show from this lawn, and another tower over here that will be projecting the show. But let's work our way back down and head over towards the house. So as we approach the house, just want to give you a quick history. It was 1889 that construction of Biltmore House first began. George Vanderbilt's 250-room French Renaissance chateau. It's considered the largest undertaking in residential architecture in the nation. So 1895 is when George Vanderbilt officially opened the house to family and friends on Christmas Eve. So there are a ton of bedrooms, bathrooms, fireplaces. We're gonna go for a quick tour of the inside of this giant house. We first have to go through security real quick. So you can bring a small bag, but they just don't want you to bring certain items. So we're gonna head inside to Biltmore House. We have a reservation, which is something you need to have. So we're gonna tour the house during the day and then come back and see the projection show at night, but here's a few highlights. So you do get an audio guide, and it comes in a number of different languages. So let's head inside and start our tour. So you'll see different signs with different numbers once you're inside, and you can just put in that number and listen about each room. So this is the winter garden, and next we come to the billiard room. This is where they would hang out in the evenings. Very, very beautiful. I could see myself hanging out here in the evenings as well. And from the billiard room, we make it to the banquet hall. Last time we were here, it was Christmas time. They had a big giant tree right here. So it's kind of nice to walk through the house during all the different seasons of the year. But this is a giant banquet hall. And there's a number of other things that you can stop and listen to about the architecture of the house. We get to the breakfast room. This is actually one of Brie's favorite rooms. It tells you about some of the paintings on the wall and how this room was used. From the breakfast room, we make it to the salon. I think we have some Monet paintings over here. So not just beautiful architecture, but some beautiful artwork that you can enjoy as you go around the home. As we circle around the winter garden that we first came into, we're going into one of my favorite rooms, the music room. And one of the reasons it's one of my favorites is it's connected to World War II history. They actually stored a number of very important paintings during World War II in this room for safekeeping. From the music room, we always love it when this back patio is open, as it is so nice to come out here. Got some chairs you can sit on and come over here and enjoy some beautiful views of the mountains off in the distance on the back side of the house here as you look out at Biltmore Estate. Now we head to the tapestry gallery. So you can learn all about the different tapestries up on the wall. We're gonna head over to the library. This is an amazing library. You can see Mr. Vanderbilt up at the top, his wife and his daughter also to the sides of him here. And this room is huge, filled with books, as Mr. Vanderbilt loved to read. And you just kind of feel like you're transported back in time. You kind of see what it was like to just come in here, grab a book, and hang out by the fire, which isn't on right now, but I think I most remember this room as far as movies from Richie Rich with Macaulay Culkin. And as we leave the library, you can listen and learn all about the tapestries on the wall. You can see often items on the table that would be here for tea time. It really gives you a feel of what the house was like when it was complete and everyone was living here. So we're actually gonna go around the corner. We've made it back to where we first came in, and we're gonna head upstairs. I'm just gonna give you a few highlights. So I made it up to the second floor. I took the stairs. Just wanna point out there is an elevator available and lots of places to stop, learn about the history of the family and the house. As we've made it to Mr. Vanderbilt's chamber. So again, they have everything set out as it would have been when he was living here. You can go by a number of other sitting rooms and places throughout the house. So we just go on this self-guided tour and listen to the audio guide, go at your own pace. We've arrived to Miss Vanderbilt's room. So we're heading up to the third floor, and as we do that, just want to point out you can actually look down at the banquet hall. So we made it to the third floor, living hall. So you can learn all about what it was like to be a guest at the house and this little common area. You come and meet and hang out with other guests in the downtime when there are no activities or meals happening. As we continue down the hallway, you can actually peek in to some of the different guest rooms to see what it would be like to stay here. And you can spend a long time just walking and listening to all about the different rooms, like the Louis XV suite that we've arrived to. You can look around, explore all the different rooms. We have this room where their daughter was born. So you can see all the little details around the room. And again, not just the rooms, you can actually peek in and see what a bathroom was like back in 1895, as when the house was built. Mr. Vanderbilt wanted the latest and greatest as far as plumbing and electricity. Again, there's a lot more that I could show you up on the second and third floor. Just wanted to give you a couple highlights, but we're gonna work our way back down the grand staircase here and go check out the bowling alley and pool. It's like we've got some beautiful spring flowers down here at the bottom of the staircase. We've made it down the stairs to the stone corridor. Probably one of the cooler places in the house in the summertime. And as we come to the end of the stone corridor, we come to this big giant room, which is where you can learn all about how Biltmore House was built, the history of the builders and how long it took and the details. And they refer to this as the Halloween room, as the Vanderbilt's daughter wanted to paint it for a New Year's Eve party. And it just has a number of black cats and bats. So they call it the Halloween room. As we come around the corner, we made it to the bowling alley, which would be one of the many activities that you could do here at Biltmore House. We come to the women's dressing room. So this is where they could come and get their bathing suits on for our next stop in the tour, which would be their indoor swimming pool. They used to fill it up and drain it every time they used it. So there's no windows. And they did try to fill it up a number of years back, and it basically kind of flooded the basement area, so they haven't filled it since then. But this is where they'd come and do some swimming here at Biltmore House. You can see where they would get into the pool over on this side. Like the plumbing and electrical in the house, they wanted the latest and greatest of fitness equipment down here at their gym. In addition to seeing where all the residents and guests live, you can actually tour the domestic service area where all the workers would work and live down here. You can see what a pantry looked like and the different types of items that they would have in their pantry at the time. And you can see and learn about what it was like to live here as one of the different workers of the house, that perhaps you worked in the kitchen, which is where we're headed to. So we go by the rotisserie kitchen and make it into the main kitchen, where numerous meals were prepared throughout the day. And it just gives you a feel of what it was like to be a servant here at the house as you go through their dining room, living quarters. We've got one of everyone's least favorite tasks in the home, at least in our home, the laundry hallway. So you can see the whole process of keeping clothing and bed linens and tablecloths clean and kept in this area. We made it to the other side of the banquet hall, and I can hear the organ playing. And on the other side of that, you've got a bachelor smoking and gun room. There was lots of hunting that would occur on the Biltmore Estate grounds. And we have made it to the end of our tour, which is a very abbreviated tour. Just wanted to show you a few highlights of the inside of the house. Again, you can come here, go at your own pace with your audio guide, and learn a whole lot more about all these different rooms and things that you didn't see on this video. Just again, a few highlights. I wanted to focus on the new Luminere show that we'll be showing you in a little bit. So tours of the house have come to an end for the day. We're going to be working our way back out here. Find a spot in the grass in front of the house. The first show tonight will be 8:30 that we'll be watching the projection show. It's about 14 to 15 minutes up onto the house, but we're gonna work our way over to the Antler Hill Village and check in our hotel for the night. In addition to seeing the projections on the house, we'll also walk over here to the gardens later tonight. There are some different projections that will happen over here. You can see lots of flowers out on this beautiful spring day. So we'll come back and check out all of the beautiful flowers, projections out in the garden, as well as what's in the conservatory over here to the left. So there's a lot of the estate that you can go out here and explore, like this pond over here, and there's a waterfall up ahead that you can pull over and just enjoy all sorts of different things around Biltmore Estate. So we have made it over to the Antler Hill Village and Winery. We're gonna go get checked in our hotel room. So we got a parking spot and have made it over to the Village Hotel, which will be our home away from home tonight. So let me bring you inside and show you what this place is like. As we got a little lobby here. Brie is getting checked in at the moment. Got a little place to sit down here in the lobby. And they do have a place you can come get breakfast and lunch and some coffee down here. Right next to the little cafe off the lobby here, if you go up the stairs to the second floor, there is a restaurant that you can enjoy while you're staying here, or even if you're not staying here. So you can come up here and get a table at the Village Social. They serve breakfast every day from 7 to 11, and they have dinner service from 4 to 9 p.m. Just wanted to show you the back courtyard of the Village Hotel. Got a little fire pit and some different tables that you can come out here, enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or just relax. And on the front side of the hotel, they do have a pool that you're able to utilize when it's in season. They also have a little business center and a small little fitness center, but we are gonna head up to our room and we'll give you a quick look at what the rooms are like here. So our kiddos are in the room right next to us. Let's show you our room. Brie, you lead the way.
Okay, looks like we have a nice vanity here. We've got a hair dryer, soaps, even some waters for us. Got a nice walk-in shower here with shampoo, conditioner, and body wash.
You have your toilet right here, and it looks like we got a little closet for storage.
All of our goodies like extra blanket, safe, ironing board, luggage rack, hangers, and umbrella in case it rains. And we do have a little mini refrigerator here for leftovers. We have a Keurig.
So I think it has a little drawer here with different things you can put in it.
All your coffees and teas, wine glasses, a couple wines if you want to pay for them. They didn't have a king available near our girls, so we opted for the double bed. So guess what? You get your own bed tonight.
Yeah, our main priority was making sure we were in a room right next to the kids, so that was accomplished.
Yes, we have a TV, a desk,
storage,
and
we're just doing one night, so I don't know that we'll need to use much storage, but that's available to you. Very spacious room. I feel like I have lots of room in here. So there's a look at our room. We're gonna get settled for a moment and then head back to the house for dinner. So we got our Luminere wristbands when we checked into our hotel. They are checking for tickets or wristbands here at the gate.
So we've got our wristbands. They've also given us this brochure and guide for the night. Tells us where everything is.
We're gonna be your virtual guide, bring you over to the gardens after the house show.
And we got these really cool pass holder preview night stickers.
We've made it up to the house, and I see some people putting their chairs out on the lawn at about 5:15. The house itself, the inside is shut down, but we'll be watching this show. There's one at 8:30 we're gonna catch, and then there's another at 9 and 9:30. So 3 shows. Since we're not going in the house, we can just bypass security this time. So we made it over to this little plaza. The bake shop looks like it's open. You can actually pick up a Luminere picnic. You can reserve that in advance online. And then you have the Biltmore Dairy Bar. Here's a look at their menu. They used to have a little place right here. It looks like they took that down. They're just serving some different adult beverages. You can get over there. Let's head this way to check out the Stable Cafe. I know we're all getting pretty hungry, and it should be to the right. So we go by the toy store and the Christmas store. So we have our table. We're gonna sit over here in one of the actual horse stables. This is exciting. See here at the end of the table is where they would actually put hay for the horses and water.
So during Luminere, the Stable Cafe has a little bit of a different menu. You might find some of the same things that they always have, but I'm just gonna go over it real quick with you guys. So we've got some starters and shareables. There's a few salads that you can choose from. When it comes to Luminere inspired entrees, we've got chicken, filet, pork chop, a vegetable risotto for those vegetarians, and then their market fish. You're gonna have your grilled burger, smoked trout BLT, and pork barbecue sandwich. And for dessert, they have a blueberry mousse cake, orange honey creme brulee, and a raspberry praline profiterole, which sounds amazing.
And I think we're gonna actually try all three and figure out what's the best dessert to get here if you're coming to Luminere.
And then on the other side of the menu, they have their Biltmore Estate wines to choose from. And they do have one Luminere inspired mocktail that Hannah ordered. So we'll see what that's like. It's called the Nightfall. I got the red sangria and Hannah got the Nightfall mocktail. You ready to give it a try?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's sweet. All right, let's switch.
Do you like?
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Pretty good, but it's like very sweet. It tastes
Very
like strawberries.
sweet. Okay. That is refreshing, but definitely sweet. Oh, but I like it.
It tastes like strawberries.
There's some fun flavors in there. Definitely good. It's definitely sweet. Your kids will love it.
Brie doesn't do sweet tea, so she's an unsweet tea drinker. Let me see. It's very unique. I don't even know what I would compare it to. Fun little Luminere drink. We're waiting for nightfall. We're gonna enjoy some food. We'll show you what we ordered. We just thank God for all this wonderful food that has arrived. Brie, you want to give a quick rundown on what we're having?
Sure. So over here we have the roasted red pepper tomato soup, and we have the artisan cheese plate. She explained all the cheeses to us. I don't remember everything because there was a lot of details, but I do remember that this is kind of like a blue cheese that has notes of chocolate and bacon in it. And then she brought us some beautiful bread and butter. Everything looks wonderful.
So we just tried this soup, and it is fantastic. I really like this.
It's really good. I want to learn to make soup like that. And the bread and butter, the butter is delicious, soft, salty, and the bread is super soft. Let's dig into this cheese plate.
I don't even know where to start. This thing has so many different things. Does it have Brie cheese?
Not Brie, but it does have a soft cheese that's similar.
Our food has arrived between the four of us. We got a Biltmore burger. We've got some fish of the day. It's sea bass over some rice. And Brie has the 8-ounce filet, which looks pretty good. And I'm going to try the trout BLT. The first question I had is there skin on it? No skin. We're good. Okay.
It looks a medium well, somewhere around there, which is fine with me. That is very melt in your mouth, but I want to try it with this lobster butter and potatoes that it comes with, which brings the flavor into the steak. Very good. I think we should try that sea bass.
It's going fast. It must be good.
I'll try it here. That sea bass is delicious. It has like a maple glaze. Very sweet. Really good.
Try a bite of my trout BLT, which I've never had a trout BLT.
That's really good. I was honestly a little skeptical about how trout would go on a BLT, but it's really good. They cook the trout well enough so it's not falling apart.
So of the three, which one's your favorite?
I think I'll go with the filet.
So we got some to-go boxes. I can only eat half of that BLT. Really good, but I think my favorite was just the sea bass and the filet. They were both excellent. But sea bass, I think, was my winner. I love that glaze or whatever they have on it. Everything's been really good. We got one of each dessert, so I think you guys should try it and figure out what's the best dessert.
So over here, we have the orange honey creme brulee.
Looks good. And what is this?
This is the raspberry praline profiterole.
Okay. Must be something inside. I guess we're going to find out. And this is?
The blueberry mousse cake.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers. Clink.
Mmm.
I think it's good. I can taste the orange and the honey, and it's a classic creme brulee. You don't like it?
I like chocolate.
Well, let's try the raspberry profiterole then.
Ooh.
It's like a mousse. Okay.
Cheers. Okay, that's better.
Mm-hmm. That's more on the chocolate side. You like that one? Okay, let's try the mousse cake. Gotta get all the crumbs. Cheers. That's very fresh fruit and very sweet. What did you think of that?
I like this one better. This one's too tart.
Too tart.
I feel like these two are just too. I don't like very sweet tart things. So if chocolate is. So if you like chocolate, go for that one.
Dinner was fantastic. My vote is for that profiterole, the chocolate one that Hannah liked. That was my favorite too. So if you're coming over here to the Stable Cafe, can't go wrong with the fish, the filet, and that chocolatey profiterole. I'm gonna work my way over to the lawn, but first wanted to show you some of the live music they have going on with the Luminere right now. So in addition to live music, they're also doing free glitter tattoos tonight. Not 100% sure if that is every night or just for this preview night. So we made it back in front of the house. It's about 7:15. The show starts at 8:30. So we have a lot of people that have their chairs out and blankets. So I'm gonna try to figure out the best place to set up and record some highlights of the show. So I just went back to the car, got both of my daughter's hoodies and some chairs for all four of us. It is starting to sprinkle. We might have a little bit of rain, but there are 3 shows, so we'll do our best to capture one of those 3 shows, hopefully, here in just a little bit. So I made it back over to the gate where they are checking for wristbands or scanning your ticket if you haven't got a wristband. But again, we got it earlier. I did want to point out there is a QR code on your wristband that will pull up the map and tell you where all the Luminere activities are, when they happen around the Biltmore estate. They did add a couple of these illuminated boards that do give you some more information with the map of all the different Luminere activities going on. They also have a little shop that they're working on opening. You can see the 2 projectors, so you could be up on the lawn up there, and as long as you can see the house, you'll be able to see the projection show. However, I do believe the closer you get, the better you will be able to see the details in the projection. So we're gonna try to get on the other side of the fountain, which looks like they've actually turned it off. So far, so good. The rain is holding off. I have our little click chairs. I love these things. They're super compact, very light, and very easy to put together. In fact, let me try it out here. And there we go. Just pops into place with a little bit of pulling it out. And we got a nice little super light, super compact seat. Again, these are called click chairs. I'll put a link to them down below. So we got 4 of these. I'm gonna set up real quick and hopefully the rain holds off. So our girls are actually hanging over in our spot. We're gonna go over here as we still have about 45 minutes until the show begins. Over here in the South Terrace, there's some live music. Hope you stay dry.
Thank you. Me too.
Brie says that the rain is starting in 5 minutes. We have a nice little sunset off in the distance. Oh, and we see the rain. Oh, and lightning. Uh-oh.
In celebration of Passover.
Whoa, good catch. We got wind coming in too.
Okay. In celebration of Passover preview night, they are giving us a free sparkling wine. We're gonna go grab that.
All right.
I have a feeling that's gonna fall.
Yeah, we got weather coming in. Hopefully the piano guy stays dry. Oh, there it went.
I tried.
You did your best. We might be watching the 9 o'clock show at this point.
I think so.
It is picking up.
Oh boy.
So this is a little tent they have for special events. Oh, there goes the ball went flying, Brie.
Oh boy.
We got some serious weather coming in.
Oh, you guys are smart. I'm copying that.
You should.
We got a little champagne to share, and they have some waters to grab as well.
Grab those.
All right, so I just put that chair out, but I'm thinking I need to fold it back again, and we might need to get some cover. Like I said,
Yes.
8:30 show.
Probably not gonna make it.
I don't know. We got some pretty big rain over the mountains. You can see it's coming this way. But before we do get hit with some rain, just want to point out they do have a family zone down here They have a bunch of different games. I think they're starting to pack up with the weather coming in. So if you are here early with the kids or grandkids, that's something you can come take advantage of. I just told Brie to head for cover under the carriage house. I'm gonna go get our daughters and our stuff and head that direction too. Looks like everybody else is packing up and moving too. So Biltmore staff members were advising people to either come over into this area, which we've got some shops we can go check out while we're waiting, as well as some restrooms are back at that white tent we were in that has some water bottles. So while we're waiting for the storm to pass, we figured we come over here to the shops and check out some of the new Luminere merchandise that they have. So I'm not seeing anything specific for the new event in the confectionery, but they have lots of great classic candies that you can come in here and get. So let's check out what they have in the carriage house shop. So they have all sorts of different Biltmore merchandise for spring, for different seasons of the year. And we have found their Luminere section of the store. Looks like we've got some different hats down here, different glasses, coffee mugs, Luminere chocolate.
I think we should bring this to Micah.
Yeah, Micah and Grandma who didn't come, we could bring them some of that. Looks like they've got some kids' shirts and lights up above, some more cups, and oh, do they have a Luminere wine?
They do.
A red wine and a white wine right now. It's like a Luminere sticker and some different magnets.
That one's pretty.
And keychains, rock candy.
That's fun.
Kind of in the blue and white and yellow theme.
Keeping your dentist employed.
Yes. As far as shirts go, I think this one's my favorite. It's got a fun little design. Hopefully, we'll be watching the projection show in just a little bit once this storm passes. In addition to the carriage shop, they also have their Christmas shop. We're browsing while we're waiting for the storm to pass, as well as their toy maker's shop with all sorts of classic toys in here. And again, we've got some live music and the Biltmore Dairy Bar over here while we're waiting out the storm. So it looks like we're down to a light rain. There's some people working their way back out. So I'm gonna do my best to get in position to see if I can capture.
Good evening and welcome. Thank you so much for putting up with the rain tonight. This is Chase Pickering, one of the fifth generation family members of Biltmore, and I'm here near our new projector pavilions at the Romp Deuce, about to start our first show. On behalf of my family, I would like to thank you for being our guests for the pass holder preview night of Luminere. The Biltmore House show will begin in just a few minutes, and be sure to explore the garden illuminations after. We hope you enjoy a spectacular night at Luminere.
All right, they're gonna move forward with the 8:30 show. That starts in 4 minutes. So let me get a spot on the lawn and set up the camera so you can watch some highlights of the show.
This is the story of a home. A home that began with my great-grandfather, George Vanderbilt, in 1888. George came to Asheville from New York because the air here was said to have healing properties. And there was definitely something in the air. From that first moment, he knew. He never wanted to leave. The project was so grand in ambition that it took hundreds of the country's best laborers and craftsmen to create. Construction in the 1890s was very dangerous work. But all the workers were paid well and overcame long hours and many challenges. George was very selective about the guest list. Writers, artists, and politicians were always coming to the house. One time, President William McKinley visited with a pack of reporters, and the staff refused to let the press inside. They forced their way in anyway. Each generation has taken on the duty of stewardship that George laid out from the very beginning, building a model for scientific forestry and land conservation. My great-grandfather created a place of rare beauty. Let the gardens and forests embrace you as the majestic architecture rises with timeless grace and the breathtaking art stirs your soul. George's dream lives inside them all. Today, people from every corner of the world walk these halls, drawn by the same wonder that inspired him. And now, by being here, you become part of something greater. Your presence, your awe, your support, all help carry George's legacy forward, ensuring that his vision continues to inspire connection and discovery for generations to come.
So Hannah, what did you think of the show?
I thought it was really fun. I thought it was really cool seeing the projections and all the different rooms and like seeing the maids and stuff. And I thought it was like really cool to learn all the history of how he came here and what he did and all the stuff.
I agree. I thought the history was really cool, just telling the story of Biltmore and seeing the rooms from the outside. You're like, oh yeah, there's the library, or oh, there's the banquet hall, and all the people just actively in there, which you kind of envision as you walk through the house. But to see the projection and see the visual was really cool. Highly recommend Luminere. Let's go check out the gardens.
So they're about to start a new show in just a little bit. Again, they'll have 3 shows in total. We have the Italian garden over here. Maybe we'll check that out on the way back up. Let's head down this way and head towards the conservatory. We got a projection over here at this fountain with this fish. As we walk down, I can see another one over here. So there's a number of different projections you can check out along the path here. We've got all sorts of lights in the garden as we go for a nice little romantic walk, Brie.
That's right. We're heading into the shrub garden, and we just finished the pergola. Every little section out here amongst the gardens has a different kind of lighting. This is really neat.
Check out this hill over here to the left. So now we're going to head down to the walled garden, which is where we drove by earlier, and head over towards the conservatory, which they do close off the traffic so we don't have to worry about anybody driving by at this time of day. Let's see some really neat projections over here to the right. Oh, wow, check this out over here, Brie. Got little places you can stop and peek out.
The gardens are beautiful during the day, but this is just really a whole new experience, like you said, of bringing these gardens to life.
So there's a number of different projections on the plants right here in front of us, as well as the trees back in the distance. There's a better look at that treescape projection show. That might be one of my favorite projection shows aside from the house. The house is really neat, but I think that one's my favorite so far.
Same here. This is magical. I'm loving this.
Wow. Feel like I've entered the world of Pandora.
Exactly.
So there are things happening all around you inside here. Look at this. This is so neat. All these plants. Have all these different projections on them. We have been to this conservatory many, many times, but this hands down is the best walkthrough we've ever done in here. It's nice and cool at night, and it is just really, really neat with all of the different colors and projections as we walk through here. It's really neat. So we're working our way back up the gardens to the house and eventually back to our vehicle. So we enjoyed them on the way down to the conservatory. And we're going a little bit slower because it's uphill back up to the house. As we made it back to the statues, we're looking at them again, and it looks like they're different seasons is what we're gathering. And then you have the fish over here with all the water. So some really neat effects throughout the garden. It's not just the house. So another projection show is going on at the house. We came over to the Italian garden. It looks like there's some different flowers on the water over here that have some different projections happening on them. So it looks like we can keep walking down and see some other flower projections, but I think we're gonna go grab our chairs and our girls and head back to our room for the night. As the projection show is going on, it does look like it's much less crowded on some of these second and third showings. So just wrapped up a show on the house, and people are waiting to get on the shuttle over here, which is something we could use if we're staying at the Village Hotel or the Inn on Biltmore Estate, but we're just gonna walk back to our car. So it's the next morning. We made it back to our room last night, settled in, got some rest, and I'm just going for a quick walk. Wanted to walk around the Antler Hill Village with you before we leave. I did offer to take everyone to the Inn on Biltmore Estate. They have a really nice buffet, but everybody says let's just grab some quick breakfast at our Village Hotel and then we'll hit the road to head back home. So before we did, I wanted to walk you around real quick to show you a little more of what you can explore here at Antler Hill Village, such as coming and visiting some of the animals over here at the farmyard. They open up at 11. And it looks like they close down at 6 o'clock. So if you are coming here to Luminere, you can always come early and visit some of the animals over here. They also have this big giant playground you can take the kids or grandkids to. So if you do come over to Antler Hill Village, you can visit that farmyard, the playground, and up here on the path, they also have the Antler Hill Barn. They have a little store and you can go up and see the history of farming here at Biltmore. Lots of different equipment and some different things that kids can check out. And if we go down this path a little bit, we'd make it to their Outdoor Adventure Center where you can sign up for a number of things here at Biltmore Estate, such as falconry, I mentioned that yesterday, sporting clays, archery, guided bird walk, and much, much more. So we ate at the Stable Cafe for dinner, but you have Cedric's Tavern over here is another option for lunch or dinner. They actually have some pretty good fish or chips I wouldn't have mind getting last night. They also have this little food truck over here that will open during their busy times. I think they have some different barbecue. We got the creamery, bakery, and ice cream, which has some fantastic ice cream options. They also have a really good turkey and brie. As we pass by the Antler Hill Outfitters store, there's a number of different stores that you can do some shopping. Again, it's early in the morning, so not everything is open. But if you do come early, like I mentioned, to Luminere, this is an area you can come, park for free, and do some shopping. And then of course you have the winery over here that you can go in, do some free wine sampling. So we're up walking between the Village Hotel and the winery, which used to handle dairy. There's lots of things that you can learn about the history of this place as you walk around. And if we keep walking, we make it to the wine shop, which is pretty big. Lots of things you can shop for. The bistro over here to the right is another option, as well as the Village Social, which we checked out when we first came to the hotel yesterday. So again, this is the Village Hotel that we stayed at last night. Had a great stay. Another option for you is the Inn on Biltmore Estate. We did a full video tour of what that one is like. I could walk to it from here, but that is a very nice option for you if you're looking to stay overnight. So if you want to check out that video, I'll put it down in the pinned comment. Let's see if we can find Brie and the girls getting some coffee and breakfast. So Brie just came over to the little kitchen over here, got some coffee. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So how has breakfast been?
Oh, fantastic. I had a croissant egg sandwich. It was delicious. Hannah got some banana bread.
I love the coffee here. If you're wanting to get some coffee at any point in the day before they close, this is a place to get coffee on site.
Yes.
I think the best coffee on the estate.
Yes, absolutely.
So we left Antler Hill Village and drove past Biltmore House. It is a beautiful day. Excited to come out and explore a little more before we head back home. But we are parked over here at the Gardener's Place shop, and we're gonna explore here for a second, go look at some of the gardens during the day since we missed them last night. And as we walk in this shop, I notice this bench over here. Actually, I have two of them. I think they have the exact same bench over at Dollywood's Dreammore Resort. They have all sorts of things that you can buy in this shop. Different pots. You can bring home some spring flowers or one of these little statues. I can see some garden seeds. Again, lots of plants, all sorts of spring and garden related items in here. Looks like they have some fall and Christmas stuff on clearance in the back. So we've been here numerous times. We always seem to not have the time to come hang out in the store, but Brie was just pointing out they have so many neat things in here. But let's go back up to the conservatory and check out some of the flowers up above. So we made it back into the conservatory where we were last night, and it's great to see it in the daytime and at night as we're exploring around. Love all the different colors again during the day, and love how they all come to life at night. It is beautiful here in the conservatory. I'd love to go out here and check out all the tulips in the garden. Wow, Brie, it is so beautiful. The sun is out. Weather feels fantastic right now.
It's perfect temperature right now. It's gorgeous.
So we ran into a little traffic getting over here. We weren't able to explore the gardens as much as we wanted to. So before we hit the road, we wanted to come over here and see some of the flowers during the day. And last night, they were amazing. All the lights. I love the treescape thing over here. I think that's still one of my favorite parts.
I thought there were a lot more trees over there from what it looked like last night.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that effect, but it makes it feel like that whole section gets filled in.
Yeah.
But check out all of these flowers, Brie.
They are just gorgeous. I can see why they call their springtime bloom.
All sorts of different colors. So it is great to go for a little walk around the gardens. You can see the house off in the distance. It's a great place to bring your kids, and some people have their dogs as they're walking around.
I really enjoyed us coming with the girls. It's a great family place to go.
So they're actually grabbing a last bit of few photos, and we're gonna hit the road and head home in just a little bit, but wanted to walk over and see the gardens in the daytime. So before we end the video and head home, we wanted to go over a few Luminere frequently asked questions. First question is, will Luminere be inside Biltmore House? And the answer to that is?
No, Luminere is on the outside of the house, and the house is actually closed during the Luminere. If you want to go in the house, just come early and reserve a house time before Luminere.
Next question we wanted to answer is, how often will they be doing Luminere here at Biltmore? And the answer is?
On select nights until October 18th. You can check out the website to see which nights are available.
When does Luminere begin and end each evening? That start time and end time of illuminations will vary nightly depending on sunset. Approximate start and end times will be provided when you book tickets. And one last question we wanted to go over real quick. What happens if Luminere is canceled due to inclement weather?
If light rain occurs, the show will go on. If rain is such that it impedes the video productions, or if there is lightning, Biltmore will either cancel or delay the show.
But just wanted to give you a little more info on what happens if it does rain or there is some kind of weather issue, but I'm really glad we're able to see it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. There was a lot more than I thought. I thought it was just gonna be a little 15-minute show on the house, and there we go, we saw Luminere. But really loved coming through the gardens over here at night. The conservatory was really neat as we walked through that. and all these other sections that light up at night. So it was a nice, relaxing evening. I definitely really enjoyed it.
I did as well, and I would just say, as you walk through the gardens, take your time. Some of the shows are a lot longer than you expect, so just stick around, watch through. You may see some things that you weren't expecting to see, and just give it time so you make sure you catch everything.
So a big thanks to Biltmore for having us out. We really enjoyed staying at the Village. That was so nice to just drive back over there. Or again, we could take this shuttle and not have to drive all the way back home to East Tennessee, which is what we're about to do. And we wanted to thank a subscriber with this Luminere and one of our channel stickers. All you have to do is leave a comment on this video, include Biltmore Luminere in your comment. We'll pick a comment at random and send this off to somebody. But if you made it this far in the video, thanks for hanging out with us. You've made it all the way to the end, and we really appreciate you.
If you found this video helpful or enjoyable, just give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.
But that's gonna wrap up this video. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, we'll see you on the next adventure.